Hey guys, I'm just jumping back into my Santa Stops at Disneyland Christmas junk journal. It is Christmas themed, but also I'm putting all of the things in it. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Welcome. My name is Bug and I do paper crafts. I want to do a spread in this first signature, maybe here. I dug through my bag of random things that I want to put in a junk journal and pulled a few items out, but I still have quite a few. Let me get a clip. How many of y'all have these dollar store giant clippy clips? And okay, at least now we can get started. Do have a few things that are from Christmas time. I have this piece of, it's like a box insert for some biscotti that I got during Christmas. And they were decent. They were a little too, like, covered in stuff for me. I just like a plain biscotti, maybe dipped in chocolate, I guess. But yeah, because they had caramel chips, white chocolate chips, crushed peppermint, and some of them had coconut flakes, the whole thing. But look at the design on this paper. It's very cute. So I wanted to capture a little bit of that and then maybe chop the rest up to put in my stash. I have some little things that I made, some envelopes, you know, all the stuff. Ribbon that I'm using. I like to put in pieces of projects, especially if I'm doing mass makes. I like to put in pieces of the supplies that I'm using for the makes. So here's one of those. So let's see, this is some old wrapping paper that I've just applied to cardstock. And this is, I think this is a October Afternoon. Who remembers October Afternoon? They were my favorite. They had a series of vintage-inspired scrapbook packs or lines. So this is from that, and I was thinking about cutting this out. I'm not sure yet, but let's get into it. Let's put some stuff down. We have this bag. Maybe I could put it here and make a little pocket. Just kind of like it for a background also. So I'm going to cut it. I don't even know if this is going to actually work. So it's going to go like this. I'm going to put glue here, but then over here as well. Oh, that glue is going to be too far over. Some right here. Oh, well, just get the glue everywhere. No big deal. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to work because this is clearly just plastic, but we'll see how it does. Move this over a little bit. So now we have the bag pocket and then a pocket in the back. I do have a couple of stickers and things that I want to put in here. Let's see. We can work on the front and the back side of the same page at the same time, right? Is that okay? I want to cover up this bowing or ripply part of the paper from the glue. I'm sure it'll not be as bad after it dries a little bit, but just gonna even this out a little. It is paper, but it's also coated on the back, so it doesn't really, you can see it doesn't rip very well. Okay, I'm just gonna put that down. Some of this might be covered up anyway. Let me get, I'm not sure why, but I want to get rid of that white strip. If this is your first time seeing me in my junk journal, I don't do a lot of journaling. I don't do a lot of thinking about my thoughts and putting them down onto paper. I do some memory keeping where I'll put a date with a photo, some coordinating, you know, ephemera, memorabilia type things. But here, let's try this. But I really do my memory keeping by adding in just stuff like this. Right, I'm going to leave a little bit of that green paper around the edge there. I have this fun little playing card. Put that up there. It actually could go in this little envelope. Very cute. I got this big book of sheet music, but it was super cheap. But all the songs were from like the 60s, 70s, 80s maybe. And so I cut it down and made a bunch of little envelopes and little kind of folios from it, assuming that I was gonna kind of embellish them as I go. So those are in my stash. This would be cute. Huh. Oh, this. This is a cancellation stamp from the post office. And some places have some really good ones, and I don't get a lot of mail. So especially with this style of postmark, so I wanted to keep this one and put it somewhere. So I think I'm just going to staple this in here. Nothing too fancy. Gotta get it up in here. Love it. Look at that. One little dude is giving that other dude a flower. So fun. Do have some this I've been using in some of my current journals. So yesterday I sewed together 4 junk journals. I think I'll just leave this up here as like a tab, maybe. And I think that glue stick will work for this. So I sewed together basically the signature box of a number of different Christmas junk journals. The sewing part is much easier for me now. Especially, I kind of struggled with a couple of them while I was filming them, trying to explain my process. But because I was not on camera and because I could just maneuver things however I wanted, it was much easier. And I didn't have issues with the needle not, kind of making it through the awl holes, the holes from the awl. I'm trying to decide what I'm doing here. I want to staple it. Can I just shove it under here? Shove. Yep, just like that. No, it came up. Let me turn this around. Turn the beat around. Okay, sorry. Should I cut this? I don't think so. I know what I'll do. Sometimes you gotta be smarter than the ribbon. I'm just gonna shove it under there with some glue on it. And then I'm gonna staple it. This is not how I wanted it to look, but that's okay. It's gonna pop out any second, huh? There we go. Hold, please. These are some stickers that I'm using in the Santa journals that I'm making. Should throw a few of these. Maybe I'll put it right here and it'll look like a little tab. Oh. He's like, I live here now. You can't even move me. There we go. And let's see, one on the other side as well. Rainbow, the foxy one is pretty foxy. There we go. Back to these two. What I really like about this one is it has a snowflake on the back. So maybe I should keep this one so that I can see both sides of it. Just like this. I don't hate it. glue stick. Yep, yep. All right, this one I could make a little like hidden pocket too. Maybe I'll do that. So I'm going to glue 2 sides here. Actually, let's do 3. We can tuck something in there. Pulled it up just a little bit to see like the rough edges down here. I don't know why. As soon as that is adhered, I'll find something to stick in there. So anytime I give a donation to Human Rights Campaign, they send me these little things that are supposed to look like wallet cards, like I'm going to cut it out and put it in my wallet. So I always kind of set them aside because I think it's funny. So I think I'm going to put that back here. Hold, please. Save this sticker for a different spread later. Still looking at this guy. Also have this from a set of like it's like a joggers that my brother and sister-in-law got me. So I want, but it's also Keith Haring's signature. So I just thought it would be cute to keep in here somewhere. Oop, I see you. This pocket is awfully large. Yeah, maybe I'll just put this in here. That way I don't have to decide right now if I want to cut it or not. Look at this pattern on the back. It was fantastic. I got a ton of these vintage soda bottle labels. They're like new old stock, unused. And I want to put this in here somewhere. Maybe I'll just clip it. This has a clip on it, but there was nothing attached, so I'm not sure what was there before. But that looks like a good place for that, because then I can still use it if I want to. And what else have we got? This little seed packet is cute. I got a bunch of these. I am going to, there's the front of it, or the back of it. Like a tip in. How does this go? Is one pocket on top of another pocket good or bad? I like it right here. Let's use dry glue. The stick, I guess it's not technically dry glue, but you'll know what I mean. Just right here. Okay, put this here. That like that, I think. What else do we have? That goes somewhere else. Okay. so I'm just putting enough glue in the middle of this guy so it will adhere. That'll go there. There. Sweet. Sweet. I have some coffee. All right, this guy, I'm just going to tuck in this pocket. Also, this is just something that I used in a bunch of my 70s, 80s journals. It's wrapping paper just applied to cardstock. I really love this part. Okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna cut this. Lay it here. Let's see how the wet glue works with, this is tracing paper. Now I like this side. I just glued that one on 3 sides so that it makes a pocket. This is a funny piece of ephemera. It's from a Topps, what are those cards? Where they have like parody advertising on them. Gosh, I can't think of what they're called. Anyway, I'm gonna stick that back in here. And so this is what I'm staging, is this little guy right here. It's a little wider than this piece, but I think it's just gonna be perfect. Oh my gosh. Undo, undo. There we go. Okay. Just want to kind of line it up, but not really. Oh, no, no, no. It went too fast. I love this a lot. I'm going to add this little guy. My husband feeds the squirrels, so I guess we feed the squirrels. And I don't like to have a ton of squirrel stuff, but every once in a while I find something where I'm like, okay, this kind of represents the life we're living with the squirrels. If I could get it off the backing paper, it would be even better. Come on, girl. This is another piece of remembering how many packs of hot cocoa that I got for Christmas this year. So I do have this that I made in a previous video. I think I'm going to put this sticker on it. It doesn't really totally match. But I love the sentiment. And also we had the Artemis this week, so that's good. It is a little bumpy from all of those little staples that are underneath, but I like it. And I think that is just about enough pieces of whatever on this tag. So it's uncovered on the back, so I could still grab a library. Actually, let me use one of these library cards. I like the part with the name. Gluing this whole thing down, not just 3 corners to make a pocket this time. Because I definitely want to cover up all of the staples whenever I can. I didn't over here, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm using it. But that just seems excessive. Let's see, come on. Okay, now, this is going to take some work because those staples are a little bulky. Just carve some glue out of the stick to get that down. All right, let me get some of that. So, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's twill tape. It's very, what is the word I'm looking for? Fibery? It's very, has a lot of texture. Oh my goodness. Is this open glue stick bothering anybody else? So I like to use this stuff now, and I've just been tying it in a knot, but I really love the texture of it. Let's see if I do this right. Just have the littlest bit sticking up. Next time I would probably make it longer, but I still like it. And this is going in the pocket. Maybe I'll put this in the back pocket, behind the bag, if I can find it. Doesn't really matter. It's going to look the same. And of course, okay, that was getting in my way. All right. So now I'm going to go back and edit all of this video to make sure that my government legal name wasn't displayed, prominently displayed in the video, because it's on this little HRC card. Anyway, that's what we've got. Actually, I did kind of 3. I like this just being this like this and just a focal on the page. Not a lot of decoration on this one. This sticker has been in my stash for, I think, maybe over a year. I bought myself and my sister-in-law one, and there are air bubbles underneath that I'll deal with later. And I put one in her, the junk journal that I just made for her. So here is the first spread. Not a lot, but a lot in the pocket. Not a lot, but a lot in the pocket. I'm gonna staple this again. It's driving me crazy. Nope, didn't even do anything. There we go. Fabulous. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why I whisper at myself either, but I do. That one. This one, this one. And a little double envelope here with the card and the other wallet card. I really like this simple page. I'll probably put some things around it later. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.